Blessed be and a merry Yuletide to all of my people out there. In this video, we are going to be talking about the winter solstice and the season of Yule, and what energies are in focus and most strong during this period between the 21st of December, which was 2 days ago at the time of me recording this video, and the 2nd of February, which is the next important spoke on our Wheel of the Year. What does this season of Yule mean, and what is going on with Mother Earth, Gaia, as we proceed through this portion of her life cycle? And then by extension, of course, as denizens of Gaia, what energies, what magic is at its most powerful, most strong? It's important as spiritual practitioners and magical practitioners, magicians, psychics, witches, wizards, that we understand that while there are so many different founts of power and so many different kinds of energies and spiritual influences out there, that the most important one that we can always observe are the ones that are closest to home. So close to home and most ever-present and most influential means, well, of course, Mother Gaia, her relationship with the sun, and her relationship with our moon. And so that's what we're going to be observing here as well. Yule is a very interesting period because we see a lot of old pagan tradition, old pagan activities, as well as a lot of spiritual paths kind of have an interesting overlap in our modern day experience, right? When we talk about things like bringing the tree into the home, the Yule log, putting lights on the house, going out and celebrating, wassailing, gift giving, all of this good stuff, setting New Year's resolutions even, getting ready for a new clean slate. These are all actually rooted in pagan paths, in spiritual paths that have transcended the test of time over and over and over again. So what are they all about, and how does this play in to our experience of the Yuletide season, but also what does it mean as far as what our planet and what the energies and the realm of spirit are going through during this time? It's very important whenever we have a change in season or a turn of a solstice polarity, which happens twice a year, once in December and then once in June, that we seize the opportunity to come back into harmony with the greater spiritual life cycle that the planet, the elements, and all about us are moving through. Because sometimes we can fall out of sync with the natural cycle of life, right? Whether it's because a path becomes stalled, we kind of go off and do whatever, we fall out of alignment with the natural balance and natural harmony of things. And that, of course, has a detrimental effect on not only us, what we've got going on, but also our magic, our spiritual performance, and our ability to create and participate in the life cycle and in the process of any kind of alchemy you can think of. So this is a great time to get back in sync and to get back in perfect form. Yule itself is all about the return of light, the return of life, and the lighting of new sparks, and the growing and nurturing of sparks of light and life all around. It takes place during the darkest time of the year, the bottom of what could be seen as Earth's underworld journey, the bottom of the descent that we start during Samhain, or the season of Samhain, which begins around Halloween. During this period, the Earth is outside of bounds of the year. The year ends Samhain and doesn't start up again or begin until February with Imbolc. And so in between, there is this passage through the underworld, the passage of death, transformation, transition, and decay, but also new light, new life, rebirth, new slates. And that is what Yule is all about. The midpoint, the transition from descent to ascent, and return of the light after a time of growing darkness. So what we celebrate here is the opportunity to not only birth or give new life, to create new stories, to embark on new paths, but also plant the seeds of our new year and to usher in fresh energy for that year, but also to celebrate and give honor to and release all that came before. And so during this time, we come together, we celebrate, we raise the energy, which is what wassailing is all about. Wassailing is a tradition of, pretty much going crazy. It's party time, right? People like to imbibe, get drunk, go out, make merry, eat, drink, party, have a roving band, partying, kind of a pub crawl of house to house. People get together and carol and sing. We gather together with friends and family and we party. We share gifts. We make big feasts for each other. But that's also not just about raising the energy, but bringing in also the focus of tending to the fires and the lights that belong. Tending to the fire and to the light that we want to grow, to not only preserve through the dark winter, which we are not done with. We will be done as we move on towards the next big seasonal change, but also to nurture and turn our attention to things that we need to give energy to make them grow, and also help them to become bigger and stronger. So during this time, that is why there is so much of a focus on calling in light. So many different spiritual paths and religion have a focus on light, the calling in of light. It's all about drawing the light back into one space, whether it's for igniting new stories or plans, for healing, it doesn't matter. And so during this season, during this period from now through February, we're in a place where we are working essentially with two of the three essences of alchemy at the same time. There are three states that all things will vibrate to and through in existence: creation or initiation, birth, and life. That's one. There's sustainment, maintenance, growth, and then there's death, transition, and closure. And so when we go through the process of a solstice transition like this, all three powers are strongest. They are the most in play. Different seasons will kind of vibe one or the other a little bit more, but right now it's all about all at once. And so over the course of Yule, one of the things that we want to pay close attention to is what is it that we want to turn our attention to growing, to loving, to giving a greater presence with the new light that we are calling in. This is something that we don't necessarily do very much in terms of modern society. Giving light and life and energy to our wishes so that they actually become something that is, tangible, something that we can experience out of the realm of our imagination or fantasies or maybe dreams, something that we want to actually give life to in order to experience. That is the process of creation. I don't care what you call it. If you want to call it alchemy, if you want to call it magic, if you want to call it spells, if you want to call it manifestation, or whatever is something that you just feel comfortable saying, you have to give something healthy, vibrant, balanced energy so that it has a chance. You can't keep your wishes, your dreams, and your resolutions all in the realm of resolutions and dreams and wishes, or just give it whatever the hell kind of energy you have available at the time. It's got to be right for it. And so with Yule, that's what we do. This is also a time of transition. So a time of closure, right? Resolution, as we say with New Year's resolutions, right, isn't just about setting your intentions for what you want to happen. Resolution can also be about what you want to resolve, what you want to end, close up, right? To clear, to bring an ending to as part of the closure, destruction, transition, and death energy that is this time of year as well. Things that you want to end, you want to close, you want to leave, and have depart. Whenever we enter a period like this, it is a time where you can get back into sync, especially when it comes to things where maybe you have been feeling stuck or trapped, or maybe you have been out of balance, out of sync with the flow of life and Gaia herself, right? Out of sync with the natural harmony and the natural procession of life cycles, because we have to be in harmony with them. If we're going to succeed in anything at all, we have to observe and be in alignment with the cycles of life, as well as maintenance and sustainment and death and transition. Our bodies do, we do, and we have to be there consciously as well. Sometimes this can be a season of of powerful jump starts. Make it a point to put it out there with our work, with our ceremonies, with our spells, with our prayers, with our conversations of the divine. What is it of our hopes and our desires that we would like to call that energy and support in for? You have to know what it is. First off, nobody should be doing magic if they don't know what they want, but you do need to be able to call in the energy and the support for it, calling in the resources for it. This isn't a time of trying to just think about what you want to manifest or what you want to make happen. It's about calling in the energy so that it can happen. That is the most important thing. But also sharing with people, right? Giving the love and the attention and pure radiant power to that and those that you do truly cherish, that have been a boon, that have been a blessing in your life. Not just because you want to feel good about yourself, come on. It's about making sure that those relationships, those paths are clean and bright, vibrant and healthy, so that they can not only survive the winter, but also become something more as we leave winter behind. So take that time, take some time during this season. It doesn't have to be right now. It doesn't have to be, just on any particular solstice day, but take a moment, think about how you want to fuel the fire of the rest of your time, not only during Yule, but also this coming year. How is it you want to call in and raise energy? What is it that you want to call and raise energy for? Very simple. Doesn't have to be complicated ritual. You could, of course, work with fire, work with flame. It is a time where fire and light itself are, our most potent tools of communication to call in more energy, to call in more support and power into our world. You could take some time, maybe between now and the beginning of February, to dedicate a week to the desires that you wish to fuel, to empower, to draw energy towards, to raise up, whether they are already in existence that you want to nurture and support and embolden, or new things you want to call in. And the reason I say dedicate a week, because this can also help you organize how you do your magic. We have 7 days of the week. We've got, of course, every day vibrating a little bit more towards certain correspondences or certain intentions or essences than others. Perhaps you want to study up a bit on that yourself, but I'll give you a quick rundown. If you are looking to draw in more health, more healing, and more vitality for yourself or someone else, want to set up a candle to light and pray and surge and call forth energy into and through for yourself or whoever on a Sunday. If you are looking to maybe delve more deeply into your spiritual abilities, your psychic gifts, your divinatory skills, maybe you want to fuel that fire on a Monday. If you are looking to maybe draw in more protection around yourself or somebody that you care about, that you would like to shelter, to give safe harbor, do it on a Tuesday. If you would like to nurture some kind of project or to bring greater awareness or more connections or more activity to a project or to maybe even a business or career aspiration or something that you'd like to see get off the ground, do it on a Wednesday. If you're looking to bring in more wealth, more financial opportunities, then maybe you want to do that on a Thursday. If there is a relationship that you want to embolden, to become a greater presence in your life, to become stronger or more intimate, do that on a Friday. If you're looking to draw in new love, do that on a Friday. And on Saturday, if there is anything that you wish to close, you wish to end, you wish to separate yourself from, or to clear and leave behind as we go through this solstice passage, do it on a Saturday. I think a week of Yule rituals like that can be very, very helpful. And again, these are very personal and very simple. They don't have to be super complicated. Sometimes the best things you can do is be simple and honest and to the point, and you can work some very powerful magic. So I think that maybe for some folks out there, you could turn this into not just a solstice thing or a Yule thing or a Christmas thing or a New Year's thing. You can turn this into a month-long season that is quite transformative. The more we actually involve ourselves and get more in depth into studying how we go through these months or these periods, these seasons of the cycle of life with the planet, and the more in harmony we are with them, the more effective we find our practice becomes. And when we draw in this light, we draw in this love, we draw in this fun, this happiness, this health, and this nourishing support, we call it in from the divine, from Gaia, from the sun, from the moon, to amplify what we wish to see grow. We do see those sparks become stars. So, just some thoughts about Yule. I will come back and talk a bit more about this season as time goes on and the Wheel of the Year, maybe more in depth. Let me know if you have any questions or any thoughts about, how you might want to go about, any work that you want to do. If you have any ideas or if there are any questions you want to run by, leave them in the comments in the down bar below. And of course, if there's anything you'd like me to touch more on, I'm happy to hear suggestions from those who are looking to maybe explore something they would like to employ or practice. But this is the season that we are in right now. And of course, what is in season is always getting an extra boost. So it might be time to have at it. So that is what we've got for today. I hope you all have a wonderful Yule and a blessed season of Yule as we go through now our ascent out of the bottom of the underworld journey, out of the darkest days of winter. And may you blessed be.